The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining our webinar today on our cnMaestro product presentation. With us we have our product manager Alan Yu, and he will give a brief presentation as well as having a Q&A session at the end. That being said, feel free to type questions as you think of them in the text box on the right, and we will get to them when we can. So without further ado, here is Alan.
Thank you. Thank you, Colin. Good morning, everyone. So today we're gonna give an overview for cnMaestro product. So I'm gonna we're probably gonna take about 10 to 15 minutes to talk about the product overall, and then I'm gonna jump into the cnMaestro Cloud version, and I will do some quick demo about talk about device onboarding, monitoring, stats, all other stuff. And then we're gonna open the Q&A session. If you have any questions in your field deployment or during your daily operation, and you have issues about cnMaestro, we're welcome to get those questions, and hopefully we can get an answer. Meanwhile, I also want to introduce another person. Is Rob Valenkamp. He's our VP from engineering side, responsible for cnMaestro. So he's also on the bridge. And we will hopefully we can cover all your questions. So cnMaestro, it's our new generation for network management tool from Cambium. The idea is this will give you a very affordable and scalable network management tool to manage all the Cambium device, from the Wi-Fi device to PMP, and from unlicensed to licensed. And also include the new cnReach product we can offer. So this is a unified management tool, covers your whole network from end to end. So the cnMaestro difference compared with a normal or traditional network management tool is this is not just a network management thing. The scope of this tool will eventually cover from the planning to all the way to support. So we have a link planning today. People will be able to do the both point or multi-point link planning, and this tool will also be embedded into cnMaestro in the future. So you will be able to plan your network, and then you will be able to do a lot of things before you even have a network deployed. Then you will go through the onboarding provision, start to upgrade all those processes to have this network start running. Once you have the network installed, you will be able to monitor, operate your network into troubleshooting, alarm event monitor, performance statistic, all those kind of things. And if you have the support issues, you can use cnMaestro to easily connect with our customer support team and let them get access to the network easily. Also, if you want to have an RMA or warranty thing, and cnMaestro will be also be the tool to help you to monitor how many of my existing devices will be out of warranty, something like that. And we will embed many of the supporting functions into cnMaestro. We talk about in the future about like license control, all those things you're doing today, day-to-day daily activities with support team, and those eventually will be support also this cnMaestro software, and it gives you a very broader scope from before the network even exists to all the way cover your warranty support, all those things. So obviously we're not there yet. Today we're still focused more on the two central block, the onboarding part, the provision, monitoring, operation, troubleshooting. But if you look at the scope, this is a very wide product, support many functions. So when we look at the cnMaestro, actually there's two versions. One is a cloud version. I'm gonna do some quick demo today to show the cloud version, how to using a cnMaestro cloud to manage your network. We also offer the cnMaestro on-premise version. Basically, you can run your own server, literally become a private network. The cloud version has some, obviously some advantage. We help you maintain the software, and there's hardware redundancy automatically in the cloud. There's some easy stuff there, but they're also on the. We have certain customers that very prefer to have their own private network, so people choose on-premise. But generally speaking, all the feature functions between cloud and on-premise are identical. Every feature function we talk about on the cloud version, you will be able to find exactly the same function features on the on-premise version. So when we're using the cnMaestro, all the devices will be able to manage the device and will be discovered. And we also are using the all the traffic go over the HTTPS, so it's very secure and also firewall friendly. So security is one of the very high concern or standard we're holding to make sure our network is secure and they can access from anywhere in the world, but still they have the security to protect the privacy and network safety. The cnMaestro, as I said earlier, provide the operation and maintenance. It really covers from the very edge customer access at the Wi-Fi device all the way back to their tower. When we talk about tower, not only the access point, but also the point-to-point connections. So you will be able to see the network end-to-end. And it's pretty easy to create to get the SIM start. If you're not a cnMaestro customer yet, you can. I will show you later how to go to Cambium webpage to create your own account and get SIM start. That's very easy. No any expense upfront. You can create an account free and using the cnMaestro cloud version free as well. Very easy. When we talk about cloud version, our cloud is based on Amazon Web Service. It's a very mature, Amazon Cloud Service is a very matured one with a lot of advantage and hardware redundancy there. So it's very scalable and easy to use. When you go with a cloud version, there's a certain benefit. There's no hardware required, and we help maintain all of the maintenance and upgrade. We will also do the automatic backup. So it's very scalable. You can start with a couple hundred devices, and then you can go with 1,000 devices. And we closely monitor the. We have actually, I think we have about 10 servers today, and we closely monitor the whole network. When we need to add more server, we just we can add a server within 24 hours. So it's very scalable and easy to manage for customer, for any customer. Regulars know you don't. It is cannot behind your wall about how the hardware is running. To use everything's just running there. It's pretty easy. We also have the on-premise version we said earlier. And after on-premise version, we install your data server, and then we can download this. We provide a software package from our support web page. So if you go to the support.cambium.com, you will be downloading the whole package, and then you can do your own installation. It's pretty straightforward too. So what is the benefit using cnMaestro? Many people asking, we have using your wireless manager or some other tool, or I'm using an SMP-based tool. What is the benefit to move to cnMaestro? The cnMaestro it's a tool. As I said, it's gives you the access from anywhere with a standard web browser, and there's no need for VPN and other things. So you can access your network not only from your office, but literally anywhere you have internet access with your own account, you will be able to log in and to manage your network. Also, it's will give you scalability. And today we support a single account support up to 10,000 devices. And we also support for every customer to have multiple accounts. And we also support, I think right now it's about 10 accounts the customer can have. So they can have, let's say, each installer or system operator, you will be able to have individual accounts. So you can have different rule setting. In the future, we're adding more about rule-based administration, which will give more detailed control for the operator account. And we have, with the cloud-based, technically there is no limitation. As we add more server, and then we will be able to run more devices. Today we have about, actually just below, I believe on the cloud version, just below 100,000 devices on board on the cloud. So it is more than 120 countries across the globe. So there's many customers right using this. This is not something people just start using. So we ran it for over 12 months. So we're going to talk about a little bit more feature set later on, but basically it's end-to-end management for your whole network. So here are some key features. I will just run through relatively quick.
Sorry, before we get into this next slide, is there any chance that you could either talk a little bit louder or maybe get a little bit closer to your mic? There's just a lot of background noise, and it's a little hard to hear you.
Okay, sorry for that. Let me do some adjustment here. Is this better now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to talk about a little bit more about the feature list. So we're going to run through this here, and later I will do a quick demo from our online cnMaestro Cloud version. So we offer the dashboard. So basically, you log into the network. You will be able to visualize your whole network from tower to edge. And also, we create this dashboard to show you some of the key statistics or status. So you will be able to see how healthy your network is, and if there's any event alarms, it will also pump up from the screen. We also offer the advanced troubleshooting. This advanced troubleshooting actually, compared with the traditional network management tool, when you manage, you really see each individual device. You are not see what the relationship between the device or how the things is connected. The advanced troubleshooting gives you a whole view for the whole network. From the, you can see your, for example, you will see your Wi-Fi device and which SM is driving this Wi-Fi access point, and then what is the PMP AP support this SM. So you will be able to see the whole chain. That will help you to narrow down where the issue comes from. We have the notification functions. You will be able to see the alarm or the reviews event things and from the notification. So you will be able to, it's easier for people to get the early notification, and we're also adding the rule-based alarm things. People will be able to notify. Device inventory, that's basically your whole net inventory, or you can do on the system level, or if you choose a specific tower or sector, you can also pull that inventory just by that tower or sector through the device inventory function. We have stats and trend, basically give you the graph for your stats, including the histories of the radio and also the radio throughput, receive sensitivity, those kind of things. Image upgrade. This is really the software upgrade. So you will be able to define which device you want to do the software upgrade. It can be scheduled based on whatever time you want, and you can check the status of the download, and you will be able to see it's either successful or it's for whatever reason it's failed. Then you'll be able to see all of those from the software upgrade session. We also do see provisioning, and you can push the configuration to a single device or a group of devices across your network. And this can be done for not only for Wi-Fi, but also for your PMP device and other stuff. We're using the Google Map, so the map display in our cnMaestro is a Google Map. You will be able to see the audio device when you provide your GPS location, and you'll be able to see where it is and how things was connected. I got some click on the background. If you're typing, can you just mute your line? Zero touch on board. Basically, that means is we will be able to automatically discover the device and provide onboarding service on app. For example, when you have the AP device on board, and for all the SM under this AP will be automatically on board. So it's giving zero touch onboarding process. Multiple administrator, we talk about, you can have about 10, up to 10 administrators for a single account. So this will give you, you can have each individual person has their own account, or you can set up different rules for each account. It's not just a multiple administrator do in our cnMaestro. So this is kind of like when you log in. We're going to show this later. When you log into the cnMaestro, this is the first screen you will see. And you will see your name, your corporate ID, and then basically this is a button talk about from the onboarding to software upgrade, monitoring stuff, to service part. And also on the right side, there's 3 links we provide. One is the quick links. So basically you can check certain document, or what is the procedure for onboarding, troubleshooting for Wi-Fi. And also there's the videos. Basically videos give you a quick tour about each function on cnMaestro. The last one was the support center. You will be able to contact support, or you go to the community to share the your experience, tips, or issues you have. And we also welcome any ideas how you think this will help improve the product. So share the ideas with us. So highly recommend for the new people, new customers, take a look for these videos and the quick link. It will give you a very handy recommendation what you should do for each step. We talk about the forum. The forum is a place we ask people to, we have people post their tips, their issues, the common or the some of the problem they found during their operation. So if you have any common things you'd like to share with us, this is probably the best place. You can share with us, not only with Cambium people, but also if you have certain tips, you can also share with all other users through the community. and we periodically review the inputs there in the forum for us to really get your input, which will drive our roadmap as well. All right, so without further, I think this gives us a kind of like a quick summary about overview. And then without further ado, I'm going to jump into my own account and show you how we use cnMaestro to manage a network.
And so, Alan, this is Rob. So we're still having some difficulty with your audio, and so we were thinking that maybe I could do the I'll just walk through cnMaestro and do a quick demo instead. Maybe it'll make it easier to hear. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure, please.
Okay, why don't you try going on mute, and then we can see whether or not it works, and then I'll try to take over.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and I may need to be made presenter as well. So if you could do that, that would be great.
Yep, I will change you over to the presenter.
Great. Thank you. And so what we'll do is we're going to go through kind of a quick overview of the current cnMaestro, and then I'll give folks also a little preview of our new release that's coming out in the next 2 weeks. So we're actually changing the look and feel somewhat dramatically, but we'll walk through that just a little bit towards the end. So cnMaestro, when you first log in, you will see a sort of a high-level overview of what's available within your network. A lot of these things are items that Alan has already discussed. The ability to onboard devices, monitor your network, manage alarms. We've added CSV-style reports, so you can download data from your system directly, updating software, device configuration, and some additional features. Clicking on Monitor Dashboard provides you with a system-level dashboard to start. So system-level dashboard gives you an overview of your entire system, your point-to-multipoint APs and SMs, as well as your Wi-Fi devices. And we break up the system into networks. And so this particular setup has a number of networks with devices, and those are listed here. 5 networks total. One of them doesn't have devices. And so as we navigate down our different networks, we're able to see devices either on towers. So here's an example of a PMP AP on a tower, and then the SMs underneath the device on the tower. Each of the different levels within the side network has its own dashboard. So as I navigate down from essentially sort of top level to Public Safety Chicago network, I get a dashboard for the devices within this particular network itself. I can then navigate down to a tower that's hosting a single AP at this point, and I get a dashboard for that. Navigating down to the AP itself, I get an AP level dashboard. Device level dashboards have sort of basic device level information. At the very top, we have the KPIs. Along the side, we have various details for the device itself. We also provide essentially a small hierarchical view of where the device exists within the hierarchy and the tree, and the health of the of other devices within its space. So we see tower status is good, access point status is good. Subscriber modules, one of them is down, and then within the subscriber modules themselves, they have Wi-Fi devices connected to them, and two of those devices are essentially up. And so we can essentially drill down to the device level as well. So in a device level context, we have this option to also to look at various configuration or monitoring parameters from the device itself. So I can click on and see. Whoops. Just 1 second. I can click on and see the alarms for this device. So this device has no recent alarms. I can view statistics for this device. Statistics consists of sort of device statistics, performance graphs for the device, as well as children of the device. This device has no children. You can also look at do software upgrade on the device. If we want to do software upgrade across many different devices simultaneously, we just have to move up within the tree. So if I click on the AP itself, I can do it across the devices within the AP and its children. You can change the device type to the right one, and then we can start essentially updating the devices within the AP, and I can move up as well. We also have configuration management, which is driven by templates for access and backhaul devices such as PMP devices, and for Wi-Fi we have object-based management. We'll talk about that in a second. We have tools for debugging and troubleshooting, and then we also have the device on a map. So for Wi-Fi, we have a little bit different functionality. So within Wi-Fi, we have two separate views. We have a view which is a Wi-Fi only view, and then we also have a view which is includes Wi-Fi integrated into the access and backhaul product line. So what we're looking at here is Wi-Fi integrated into the access and backhaul product line. When you click on Wi-Fi AP groups, you get to see a list of all of the different sort of configuration groups of your Wi-Fi devices. And so this one has a bunch of groups, but only one of them has that actual device within it. So the enterprise retail group essentially provides us with a dashboard for essentially the Wi-Fi devices within this group, and then you can also click down into the device itself and get a specific Wi-Fi dashboard as well. Wi-Fi devices have a fairly nice tools functionality, so that you can essentially click on a Wi-Fi device and you can download tech support files from it. You can reboot it. You can look at the client health of the devices within Wi-Fi, unconnected clients, debugging information. You can do packet capture from the Wi-Fi devices. You can test network connectivity using ping, DNS lookup, and trace routes. View the alarms, and we also have a Wi-Fi analyzer functionality, which allows you to scan the network around your Wi-Fi devices and to get a better sense of what's within the neighborhood. We've also recently added report functionality, and so for reports, essentially, you can do a data export. Reports support Wi-Fi as well as all of the access and backhaul devices. So within this picture here, we're just essentially doing reports for Wi-Fi. If I go back to networks and I take a higher view on the networks, I can do reports for Wi-Fi, ePMP, or PMP. If I choose ePMP, I get a few more options than Wi-Fi. In our next release, we're going to be enhancing Wi-Fi options to include much more radio statistics. And so this is an example of the types of reports that you can get for Wi-Fi. So in the next 2 weeks, we're going to be reworking this particular presentation, or this particular visualization, and changing the look and feel of both the Wi-Fi views and the fixed wireless views. So I'm going to just do a quick presentation of that to kind of wrap up. And this will be out, we're looking within the next 2 weeks, and this presentation here will be is essentially the Wi-Fi only view. So within fixed wireless view, we support PMP, we support Wi-Fi devices, both enterprise and home. Within the Wi-Fi only view, we only support enterprise Wi-Fi devices. And so if you're only managing Wi-Fi and you want a view that's very sort of tailored to Wi-Fi itself, that would be this view. So what we've done essentially is we've simplified it. We've essentially we changed the menu to be a side-based menu, which is a little bit more modern than what we currently have. Within the side-based menu of the Wi-Fi view, we've also simplified the navigation so that it's much easier to determine the different objects within Wi-Fi. And this is also sort of much more standard for Wi-Fi enterprise style user interfaces. We've also updated the fixed wireless view, which we talked about before. It's not quite as dramatic as the Wi-Fi view in our next release. We're going to continue to update that and to bring it more in line with the Wi-Fi view moving forward. So if I click on system, I get sort of a similar system level installation as we saw before. This setup unfortunately doesn't have too many devices within it, so it's not as dramatic as the other one. So at system level, you can essentially click system, and then you have the different visualizations that we currently provide and that we talked about. So one of the big changes is that we now have a full AP list. So if you click on the AP list, you'll see the APs themselves. You can select an AP, and then from in that AP context, we have a brand new dashboard. Not a lot of data here because this is still a test system. But we've redone the dashboard, and then the different views that we have are all accessible through the through tabs this time. It makes it a little bit easier to work through. AP groups define the Wi-Fi configuration. So if I click on AP groups, then I get the sort of this list of all the AP groups within the system and some basic details on them. I can select an AP group, and then I'll get an AP group dashboard, so I can see an aggregate of Wi-Fi devices within this view, and then I can sort of navigate through, and I can see the notifications for the devices in the AP group. I can get statistics. I can get a list of all the clients in the AP group. And then I can also look at the APs that are within this AP group as well. This AP group looks to be empty. We can go back and choose one that has a device. Oops, looks like none of them have are mapped to AP groups. But so this is how the new UI is going to work. WLANs as well. When I select a WLAN, I'll get a list of my WLANs. I can select it, and then I have essentially the full WLAN configuration here. And I can make changes, and the changes that I make can be will be applied directly to the devices that the WLAN maps to. So cnMaestro also has a concept that a lot of other products don't have, and that's this concept of sites. So if you work with other products, they'll oftentimes have some grouping level concepts for their access points, and they'll also have this ability to add a map and to put your devices within a within a map. But oftentimes these things have to essentially have sort of have similar configuration across the devices within the groups, and then putting different device types on a map is you sort of lose some of the aggregation power within the AP groups. So cnMaestro has a concept of sites as well as AP groups. And so sites are a localized sort of collection of access points. So within sites, you can place access points of different types that have different configurations and different functionalities. And then what we'll do is we aggregate them. So we allow you to essentially to look at the statistics, and you get a full dashboard for the devices within this group. And this group right now would be something like a floor in a building. We have the ability to add floor plans, and so you can add a floor plan and pepper your devices within the AP group. And then we would essentially define a dashboard for all of those devices and provide details on AP types, on clients, on throughput, etc. within the group. We're looking at in the future, moving forward and making floor plan, adding in additional floor plans per group. So right now it's one floor plan per group. We want to essentially model sites as buildings, or potentially even as like if you're working in like an industrial site, a site could essentially be something such as that as well, or a campground. So making sites a little bit more elegant than simply floor plans moving forward. And then essentially we have additional features for Wi-Fi access. We're not going to go into the Wi-Fi stuff today, but that's a whole other presentation. But we have guest portal capability, etc. So that's a really quick overview of the current cnMaestro UI, which is here. and of the new cnMaestro UI, which is coming up. If you want to move between fixed wireless and wireless LAN, it's easy. So currently, we're looking at the wireless LAN version of the product. If we want to add eTMP devices because we want to extend our network, but we currently are only sort of supporting wireless LAN, we can just essentially change it, and we can do save. And essentially, this turns us over to the new UI. And so we will log into this quickly. And so now we are in the fixed wireless version of the UI, and this is the one that's coming out in 2 weeks as well. And so you can see that this is the current version of the UI. This is the new one. It's fairly dramatically different. The navigation itself internally is a little bit different, but it's largely similar. You still have the tree on the left-hand side, and you still have the full the full suite of functionality. We sort of made the navigation of the tree all a little bit simpler and really enhanced a lot of the Wi-Fi features for the next release. So Alan, I will turn this back over to you, and I think that we're probably going to open this up to questions.
Yeah, there is one question right now. Is when are we going to integrate email alerts?
So we are working on that right now, and it's either going to be within our it won't be within this next release. We're looking at getting email alerts with our on-premises system in the following release, which would be roughly at the start of June, and then we're still figuring out when we're going to add that into our cloud. But I think we'd like to try to do it simultaneously, but it might be a release beyond that, which would probably be within July. But it is high priority for us, and we're just trying to figure out how to do it in an effective way within both of those releases. But it looks like it's going to be probably separated, probably on premises first and then cloud second.
Okay, so while we're waiting for some last-minute questions to come in, I'll just go ahead and plug our community page. This is where this webinar, among all of our other webinars, will be posted. It's a great place to ask any questions if you think of them at a later date. Lots of people are there, always talking about how we compare to our competitors, how to get things to work. And even if you don't get a response from anyone else in the community, you can expect a response from an official Cambium staff person in about a day or so. So it's a great resource to learn new things. That being said, here's another question. Is this a beta version, or is this available right now?
So the new one is going to be available right now. It's looking like it'll be next week. And this will be available for everybody on cloud and on premises. We're just wrapping up our testing of it now. We'll release it when it's finalized, and so very soon.
Right. Okay, Rob, do you have any last-minute closing thoughts?
Alan, do you want to close this down?
Sure. I have, so basically, I think today we give you our overview for the cnMaestro today, and also thanks Rob to go over the UI with us. If you do have any other questions, please send us through the forum or post your feedback to us, and hopefully we will see you later and keep you updated on the further progress on cnMaestro.
All right, great.
I think thanks everyone. Colin, back to you.
All right, no, yeah, that's all I got. So thanks, Alan. Thanks, Rob. Great presentation. And thanks everybody for your questions, and thanks for joining us today.